Hi, it's Kane Hodder, Jason from Friday the 13th. You're watching Slash and Cast. Keep watching, or I'll kill you and your whole family.
What's going on, horror fans? Welcome to another episode of Slash and Cast. My name is Riley, and that is Nick. And before we jump in, we have a few announcements. First things first, we just hit 9,000 subscribers. My God, what an honor. It's really crazy. So all you people that have been here forever, thank you for all the support. And all the new people that are coming in for the Friday the 13th, thank you so much for that, too, because it's a blast talking to all the guys. And all those that have been in the stream, thank you so much for all the support. It's been a lot of fun in there.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that. If you're in the stream, you get that already. So we are currently in our summer programming. So this means we got a lot of fun things planned for this week, including some pretty cool Friday the 13th game videos. So make sure you subscribe and turn them notifications on so you can notified anytime we go live or have a new video.
Yeah, we stream pretty often, 3 times a week usually. Usually we get one on the weekend, a couple midweek. It's a good time, come on by.
Come on by.
Click the little bell for your notifications, and every time we go live, you'll know.
Make sure you're there. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, and like we always say, if you're looking to play Friday the 13th game with us, or, any game in general, head over to Xbox, Steam, or PS4, go to your clubs, communities, groups, whatever you want to say, and join our groups called /N_Cast_Fans. That's across all boards now, all platforms. PS4 is fixed, good to go, everything matches. A lot of fun. Make sure you come play with us.
Also, we due to popular requests, we have launched our own Discord server.
We done it.
Finally pulled the trigger. We did it. Congratulations. It's a good place, where you can catch all of our content in one little area, different little channels on the side, and including every time we go live, we're going to post in there. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, a lot of inside jokes in there, and we've been bouncing in voice chat quite a bit too, so make sure you hop in there. There's a link in the description to join right now. All right, it's time. Let's move on to our news of the day. First thing, of course, is Friday the 13th, the game. Great news for Xbox fans. The shit's working. Kinda. It's like, so Xbox had a massive patch of like 3.9 gigs, bigger than the game, this patch, which fixed most of the major problems. Okay, so like the intro was fixed, because it was not the right intro. It was pretty much, you were looking at a beta version of the game, pretty much, is what...
That's the best way we can put it.
Yeah, that's the best way we can really say it. It's pretty much, it wasn't the right version of the game. So that's why everything was so bugged out, and everything was wrong. So, once you update an Xbox, you probably noticed a massive difference in quality.
Yeah.
So that's why. So pretty much everything is good to go on there, playing-wise. There's still some minor bugs, which are still being reported and going in and out, and they have more patches coming. As for servers... And especially when it comes to quick play, still having some issues there, but they're getting there.
Yeah.
Same with PS4, because PS4 was having matchmaking issues, people waiting, an hour at a time and still not getting into a game.
Yeah.
So now, for the issue with dashboarding, your game crashing on Xbox, that's been an issue the past weekend. We have a quote here that says, "Our engineers spent this weekend working on matchmaking issues, found serious flaws in Epic's code. This will make matchmaking way better." Okay, that comes from Wes coming directly through Discord. Now, we're 100% focused on DLC. Some still haven't received. PS4 and Xbox One matchmake and speedier matchmaking, exploits, and fixing texture memory issues on Xbox One, which leads to crashes. So, like I said, the bugs, some of them, the major bugs are fixed, but there's still stuff they had to seriously address, and a lot of that has to do with matchmaking and the DLC issues that are in PS4.
Right, and these are known issues. They're not leaving anyone in the dust. They are working on it. They've said they've been working on it, and I believe we're going to get a patch, at least for Xbox One, early this week.
Yeah, so they're you have to realize, we always say, they're an unbelievably small team working their asses off on this launch. They're unbelievably overwhelmed. I can't even imagine. So another quote. Yeah, the guys haven't had a day off of work in a month. 30 straight days, usually 10 to 14 hours per day. We're growing the team as we speak through to help match demand.
Wow.
First of all, congratulations on expanding Gun Media. That's super cool.
Yeah.
But there's 4 of them. Not including Guys Alphonic. There's a bunch, they're still small too. They're still very small, but there's a ton of stuff to be fixed and a very small team to make it happen. So patience is a major virtue this time.
Yeah. So when we look like towards the future, quote, we have plans for DLC for sure. Lots of freebies and a few paid. New maps will always be free. Always. Savini and Clothing Pack 1 were backer exclusives only and will not be available again. But future clothing packs, you better believe it.
Nice.
Right. So, we're going to be seeing more of those clothing packs. If you didn't have a chance to get it on the backer kit or in the Kickstarter to get the Clothing Pack 1, there really wasn't nothing special in those clothing packs. There are a couple good items for different characters.
Yeah.
So.
Vanessa has a pretty cool jacket.
Yeah.
I will say that's my favorite part of it. But also, I mean, if you look at this quote, there's something really reassuring here, and it's the fact that, new maps will always be free, always. So that's great news. One, that they're going to be free, but two, the new maps planned.
Yeah.
And apparently multiple. So it's like, just wait. You're going to get so much more.
Right. The amount of times they say we fully plan to support this game through its life cycle is just very reassuring.
Yeah.
Now people, the game just came out, but they're already asking new Jasons. What do you got for new Jasons?
Right.
So Wes Keltner said, from start to finish, including concept art, texture art, mesh, rigging, mocap, paying mocap studios, paying mocap actor fees and union fees, designing new kills and getting them in game costs roughly $75,000 per Jason and about 4 months of work, just to give you an idea.
So, be patient. You should realize what total between Kickstarter and backer kit did they hit 2.8?
I think so.
So all right, that's a lot of money just going directly towards adjacents alone, and not including all the freak amount of work on the side. So I mean, you have to realize they have to make some money from the game after now. So people that are buying it that waited to pre-order, so they gotta make a lot of money there, and they still have to rely on some of those DLC paid. So.
Right. So we will see a Jason X that's on their wish list. It was an option that we voted on, the fans voted on to get into the game. So we fully plan to see Jason X. I think it's safe to say within a year from launch, we see Jason X. Is it going to be a free one?
I'd happily pay for Jason X.
I mean, maybe $2, $3.
Yeah.
I mean, up to $5.
Yeah, well, Savini was $6. So it's the most you'll probably see is $6.
Yes, for sure. But then, you get your freebies, your new maps. We'll see some paids, probably with the Counselor clothing packs. And others, he did say others, so who knows what's coming next.
Right. Because you get to realize there's only so much Jason's available still,
Yeah.
So we might get to a point that they start making more custom ones.
Yeah.
So, but then, that's more money you got to dish out for artists.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't really give you an estimate on that, but it's obvious that they're devoted to it, and I bet you to some degree they're already working on X.
Yeah.
How far, and especially at this time, I mean, they have a little more important things
They're
to worry
a
about.
little busy.
Yeah. So like we always say, please be patient. The dedication from Gun Media and Ophonic is unbelievable, and just watch people's content. You don't watch our content. Watch the other YouTubers out there content. Just to stay patient and keep up to date with what's going on, because we'll be, like I said, we'll constantly be covering on Slashing Cast. So this is a place to go for news, but also go to their Twitter. They also have a support Twitter now. So they do officially have a support Twitter.
Yes.
It's really no different than the Friday 13th Game Twitter. It's you're pretty much getting the same answers anyway, but if it helps Ben out with answering questions, sure, that's fine.
Just giving general updates versus problems. They're
Right.
kind of splitting that up.
Yeah.
Good job on them. Who knows? Maybe they hired another guy to just focus on that.
Yeah. Man, I hope so. That's so much to deal with.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. The amount of questions he answers per day.
And it's just the same questions over
and over. Yeah. But hey, stay patient. You're getting some cool shit in the future. And also, the people that have been complaining that it's not a $40 game right now. If you're on console, I agree with you, man. Maybe you should wait. If you haven't bought it on console yet, maybe you're in a position where you should wait. But if it's not a $40 game right now, which I think it is.
Yeah.
I do think it is.
I do.
Maybe not a $60 game if you're buying a hard copy. Sure. But $40, I definitely think it's worth it. And you're getting more. I don't want to be I hate people that are they don't have it's an unfinished game, because it's not. Because it's not a Battlefront. It's not one of those. This is the game, and it's worth $40 by itself right now. But you're gonna get more for free.
Right.
So, be patient. Friday the 13th game. It is a lot of fun. Check it out.
Yeah.
All right, let's go and move on to our next line of news, which is something I'm super excited about because we haven't talked about it really at all. Just spin-offs of it. The Conjuring 3. Now, these days, one of the biggest and most successful horror franchises from the one and only James Wan is, of course, The Conjuring. Now, the movie was able to put out a sequel and has been able to create some spin-offs such as Annabelle and the upcoming sequel, Annabelle Creation, as well as the new film titled The Nun. Now, the first two Conjuring films both followed Ed and Lorraine Warren, who did battle with supernatural forces that caused major problems for families in need of help. There is no doubt that A Conjuring 3 is, on the way. But the question is, what's it going to be about?
Right. Producer Peter Safran spoke with AITH and offered a little insight into what we can expect from The Conjuring 3 revealing. Quote, "There are some cases that maybe aren't as well known, but they spent a fair bit of time researching and were a part of them. Clearly, we can't do another haunted house movie, right? We can't do another supernatural possession in a house with a family in peril, right? So it's going to be something different than that, I think. There are a lot of places to go, and there's a fair bit of material there."
Yeah, that's actually really reassuring. I mean, I definitely thought we're going back. All right, back to the haunted house. Like, what's next? So I know some of like Ed and Lorraine Warren cases, but like the stuff outside of like the houses, like the Amityville house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. So whatever happens outside of a house, shoot, I'm super curious already.
Yeah.
So I mean, at this time, there is no date of release for The Conjuring 3, but Annabelle Creation is set to arrive in theaters on August 11th. Well, that may suck, but Conjuring 3 will be solid at least.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, so super pumped for The Conjuring 3, and of course James Wan appears to still be 100% on board and will be directing. So, hey, at least there's some hope out there.
Yeah.
For horror coming up. We still have it this year.
Yes.
Pray. All right, let's go back to another line of news that just remains a little frustrating, but it's getting better. And that's Jeepers Creepers 3, 4, whatever you want. This is really Jeepers Creepers 3. We got a little bit of behind-the-scenes look at what is Jeepers Creepers 3, okay? Now, I'm not going to share all the pictures on here. We have links down there, including to a behind-the-scenes video, like pretty much a compilation of clips taken by what appears to be their Steadicam operator.
Yeah.
Taking videos on set and just showing what's going on. Nothing real crazy, though. It doesn't really spoil anything.
No.
But we also got some pictures that did show the creeper. Like I said, I don't want to show those now because they came from such an interesting source. Now, we had them messaged to us privately, but where they came from before that came from a Twitter that, it's not that it was an anonymous Twitter, but it was like, it had no personal information whatsoever.
Right, like no bio, no name. It was just user G643, whatever it was.
So it's like, it's not really a reliable source. Nobody's really covered it, so we're kind of like, all right, why isn't Bloody Disgusting touching this? Why isn't Dread Central touching this? It's like,
we found it on some obscure horror news website.
Yeah, like Horror Freak News, I think, is the only one that we've seen have it.
I think so, yeah.
So really, it's like, we don't want to give you false information, but if you're actually curious of what those images may be, they are in the description. But I mean, hey, at least there's something out there.
Yeah.
I really still don't know anything what's going on with the plot. Apparently, now these are, once again, don't come from a reliable source, so like take this with some, loose ends here. But it appears to be on day 21, from like understanding. Like Jeepers Creepers 3 is going to be on day 21 of the same set between Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. It's still a mess, guys.
Yeah, Victor Salva, there's a video of Victor Salva, I believe, in March of this year saying...
Also in the description.
Yes, saying... It's Jeepers Creepers 1.2 or 1.5. It's a prequel to 2.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, there you go. But, like, once again, people like Stan Shaw throwing out information that doesn't really make sense. Websites completely contradicting each other over and over and over again. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, right. If you or someone you know worked on Jeepers Creepers 3 or 4.
Hey, that Steadicam operator that shot those videos, dude.
Hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah, dude, come on.
We just want to know what's going on. Because, we love Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And we've been looking forward to 3 for years.
Yeah. I want to remain confident in Jeepers Creepers 3.
Yes.
So, like, can you give me something that actually doesn't make me not confident in the movie?
Yeah.
Because, like, a lot of the information that's coming out has been super discouraging and, like, none of it makes sense. So, but yeah, I mean, if you really are a Jeepers Creepers fan and curious of what those images and the videos may be, all that's in the description. But yeah, we afraid to share all that right now just because of what came with that. All right. Let's go ahead and move on, though, to our Friday the 13th game play of the week. This video comes from Cyber7148 and just so happens to be another epic LaChapa escape. I'm telling you, if you can escape with LaChapa, you got to be somewhat good.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and check out that clip right now.
That oh shit look doesn't get old.
Oh!
Oh!
No
And he's
way
passed.
he's gonna make this. He can't
Oh,
win.
he's already tired. He's gonna have to hit him. Fucking hit him.
So,
Oh, no, this is the end. This is the end.
Why didn't he use that?
Why didn't he do that
Great, I
before?
gotta hit it.
Oh,
immediately.
shit.
Please tell me
Oh,
he
he's
has
so
fucking-
close too.
Please tell me he has
Come on,
fucking-
have a. Oh, he
Damn,
does.
son.
If he has another med spray, he can make it.
Just run. Just run.
If he had
Oh my
the-
god, he
Oh!
made it.
He's gonna make it!
Oh, he's like running really slowly out.
God damn it, LaChapa, another clutch escape. I don't think you understand. It's so, if you haven't played this game, and you haven't played as LaChapa yet, it is so hard to do anything running related with LaChapa. The dude is slow, and he runs out of stamina unbelievably fast. So the fact that he was able to do some jukes in there,
Yeah.
get grabbed and get out with the pocket knife.
And limp out.
Yeah, and he's also gimping around, but like the heal is the most clutch part.
Yeah.
he's got to get hit, heal real quick, then get hit again, and just keep going. You know, all right. If you have a Friday the 13th game clip that you think deserves to be our play of the week, make sure you send it over any way you possibly can. Get it to us. You can go to our contact on our website. I don't care. Twitter works. That's how we got this one.
And there's even a channel in our Discord server.
You're goddamn right there is. So if you want to definitely share a clip with us, that's actually a pretty good place to do it.
Yeah.
So make it happen. That's where we'll be. Now, let's go ahead and move on to killer questions. Today we have a couple of killer questions. First one coming from Everything Movie, and he asked, if Friday the 13th the game adds Roy into the game, what do you guys think his pros and cons would be? Now, okay, this is interesting. Okay, this is a little bit different. So the thing is, you can't change the gameplay like all that much when it comes to adding new characters because like you're already adjusted to who Jason is and whatnot. So Roy is human. Roy obviously should be weaker, but I mean, he took some blows in part 5. I mean, he got hit by a tractor, the machete to the shoulder. He was able to just plow through doors. So obviously he's a pretty tough guy. But like, teleporting no longer really, it doesn't really make sense in the first place. Now it really doesn't make sense with the human version of Roy. And
But here's the thing. Jason doesn't teleport either.
yeah,
You know, if they were to put Roy or even someone like Pamela, if they ever do end up doing that, I feel like they should play just the same. Maybe a few different, maybe a few different abilities, but I think they should still be able to teleport and shift.
Yeah.
Because without it, you're screwed. No one would ever want to play with those disadvantages.
Killers will be killers,
Yeah, so I mean, affecting the gameplay that much, humans can't teleport.
Yeah.
Well, zombies aren't real. Jason isn't real. Nothing's real.
Okay, so if we're actually going to talk about the actual pros and cons of part 5, I would say his con has got to be, his stun resistance has to be weaker. Like he should be stunned easier. I mean, he's human, right?
Yes.
But I think his stealthiness should go up. Like maybe the music is altered,
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't be able to swim as fast,
No.
but I mean, he could have a faster walk, obviously. I mean, he didn't run in part 5. But I think he should be faster than 6 and 7.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
maybe a little bit faster there. And grip strength will probably be weaker as well.
Yeah, a little weaker.
Yeah, but increase his stealthiness and his speed, and maybe and then on top of that, you should probably increase his shift ability, have it go longer, so you have a longer period to get in front to someone. But other than that, I think the weaknesses he should have a less, he should get stunned longer probably or easier, and then he should be weaker. He should have a weaker grip.
Right. But as far as the general killer Jason gameplay, I don't think it should be that much different.
Right.
Just because he's human, it's a game.
Yeah. Actually, I think one of the main pros should be his regeneration speed for his abilities should be much faster than the others.
Yeah.
He should be able to shift more often. Should be able to teleport more often.
Yeah.
Part 6, you can't teleport for shit.
Yeah.
While it does, it goes longer, it takes forever to come back. So that sucks. But yeah, so Roy should probably do that a little bit faster. But who knows? Who knows what the game plan is? Who knows how they're going to change the gameplay when we add Roy? I don't know. But no matter what, I want Roy in the game. So super interested in that happening. Hope it does. Let's move on to our next question, which was hanging there. And this is through our Discord, by the way, because we have a tab for that as well. So if you want, go to Discord. Super easy to ask questions there because we're always looking. But hanging there ask, if your favorite counselor in Friday the 13th the game was alive for a single day, how would you spend it with him? You want to go first on this one?
I'll go first. So my favorite character to play is Adam. But my favorite character in the game, if you are on the Friday the 13th the game Discord, you know it's LeChapa. You know, I'd love to hang out with LeChapa. Just, you know, hear what he has to say. You know, I'm sure we'd get along really well. You know, we could take some, like, prom pictures, you know, just of us doing the LeChapa face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know? We're both nerdy. I feel like we get along great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see it now. For me, 100% Deborah. She's a babe. Okay, I'm going to put a screenshot up right now of my Deborah in her orange sweater and her brown pants. Goddamn, she is great. I don't know what we do, but we can just sit there. We can just look at each other. That's enough for me.
I mean, you already look at her a lot in the game.
Exactly. Sometimes I don't even play. I just open the game, just open up All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deborah. I don't know what we do. Go out a nice dinner and a movie. Sounds good to me.
Are we double dating?
Double dating?
Double dating? Double dating? Me and LeChapa and you and Deborah?
I'm in. Because I'd also take LeChapa on a date. So
Yeah.
sounds good to me. All right. If you have a killer question, feel free to head over to our Discord. Invite link in the description. Don't forget. You can also head on over to Twitter and use #/NCast and have an opportunity to be featured on the show. We love answering questions, so please send them our way so we can do so. But let's go ahead and move on to our next line of news, which is Death House. Now, last week we talked about Death House and that it was premiering at Scaricon. Well, it's done it. Last night's Death House premiered at Scaricon, and then B. Harrison Smith went to his Twitter to share the reviews. And of course, since this was the first screening of the film, like ever, they needed some feedback, and it looks like mostly positive. And you know, Harrison Smith claims that it'd be certified fresh, which is a pretty bold statement for a horror film.
Yeah,
because that doesn't happen often anymore. Yeah. Horror films being certified fresh. But yeah, there's not much information here. Just the fact that it does seem like people liked it, but of course they were at a horror convention. All the actors were there. You know, probably a little bit of biased reviews. So keep that in mind. And you know, there still was a half-assed stack of negatives there. I mean, of course, it's like overwhelming positive, and then it's like a little bit of negative. But the fact is, they're there. And of course, every movie's gonna have its negative reviews.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna wait to say anything about it, and that's like in that regard, until we have some like legitimate critic reviews. But hey, there's hope.
Yeah.
Death House seems solid. I will say that a lot of people are saying the writing was very creative and strong. And, you know, that's where Gunnar comes in, along with Harrison Smith, that duo. So, hey, come on, Death House. Push through, make it happen. Let's go and move on, though, to our next line of news and our final topic of the day, which is Cloverfield. I don't think we've ever talked about Cloverfield in the show.
Might have mentioned 10 Cloverfield Lane a bit. A while ago.
At least on the MWM project we did.
Yeah.
Wow. Time flies. But, you know, plot details have been revealed for Cloverfield 3, which AKA is being called God Particle. Now, tentatively titled God Particle and directed by Julius Ona, all we knew previously was that the film concerned astronauts on a space station who make a shocking discovery.
Yeah, so Bloody Disgusting actually took a screenshot from a Cloverfield forum that has a much more elaborate description of what fans can expect from God Particle when it lands in theaters this October. Their description comes from a survey that was made available online briefly via Swagbucks. Now, it's a picture, and it's a couple paragraphs long, and we are not going to read it on the show. We're not going to spoil. There are some spoilers in there. We're not going to spoil it. We're not going to read it here. There is a link in the description where you can check that out.
Yeah, we had an incident very recently where we spoiled the hell out of Supernatural.
I apologize.
Yeah, we're trying to play that super safe right now, and we don't want to be those guys that just ruin something for you, and unless it's like a dedicated episode to such a thing.
Right.
But we'll definitely come back to Cloverfield 3 at some point, especially when this information gets out. But if you're looking to check out, you know, what Cloverfield 3 might be, link in the description.
Yeah, read at your own risk.
Read at your own risk. Of course, I would say if you haven't seen 10 Cloverfield Lane, or the first Cloverfield, I just avoid it. All right, I'm serious. It is loaded with spoilers. It really is. But yeah, Abrams and studio partner Paramount Pictures are quietly developing more movies for the shared universe. So something more like 10 Cloverfield Lane will keep pushing forward. Now, both parties hope to release a new film in the shared Cloverfield each year.
Yeah.
Well, this has become Marvel. This is a cinematic universe of Cloverfield.
I mean, they're doing it pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, Cloverfield, you know, wasn't bad.
Yeah, actually, like, the film itself is solid. Like, the concept of Cloverfield is solid, but, like, it was the found footage, you know? Like, it's shaky as hell, and it was, like, people were throwing up in theaters.
But 10 Cloverfield Lane, really great film. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, always great.
Yeah,
John Goodman.
Yeah.
Like, amazing performances all around.
Yeah, seriously. So the ending, little odd. Not going to spoil anything, but of course, solid movie all around. So hopes, a lot of high hopes for this cinematic universe, including God Particle or Cloverfield 3. But yeah, wow. So seriously, I'm telling you, if you have seen the movies, go check it out because it actually really is an interesting plot details. I wish we could talk about it right now because I have so much to say about it, but I don't want to spoil anything on this show. But yeah, go check that out. And with that, that is a wrap on Slash and Cast today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Editor, roll that outro. Hey you! Thanks for watching this episode of Slash and Cast. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and click that box right down there to check out last week's episode.
Also, if you want to check out the film the fans are calling the best fan film of all time, make sure you click that box right down there to check out our Friday the 13th fan film.
While you're at it, click that circle right there to subscribe to our channel. Never miss a video again.
As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.